comrades, it is Mikhail. We are now going to start the third stage here in Path of Life in Arknights. Okay, we got a little bit more high tile, range tiles here, so that's nice. And we got one of those beacons here, so we can make a lot of Ifrit operators for some, yeah, for good support. So basically that means our logos will have both burn damage and necrotic damage. That's a bit OP, don't you think? Anyway, yeah, I guess besides that, let me fold it again. Let's get a drink going here, because I'm gonna be talking a lot. There we go. And I think we're good. Maybe I'll try actually building the two Ægir we're gonna get. Well, I got one of them, Lucilla, I think her name is. I think we should be able to get her going. And later on we'll get Secunda, I believe, the chief girl. This prefect of the Sea Patrol, that's what she is. Anyway, let's go. Gotta hurry. Huh? The fuck? Kal'tsit Arcusivridium here? Who else in Millennium is cultivating endangered seaweed? Oh, she's cute. Oh no, she's cute. Please don't get hurt. Cute Ægir girl. Hypne fenestralis. Halimnia fimbriatus palmaria purpuris. Dude. Wait, the color of this Sargassum pinnata, I cultivated it myself. Why are you on the streets? It's too dry, you'll die. What happened here? Did someone do this? What are you? Where are you migrating? Is there something? Wait. The fuck? What's going on? They're gone? This pipe? What? Oh no. The hell? This is... What's going on? Rumbling, is the city moving? Something's moving, who's there? Oh no, she's gonna get hurt. No, the cute Ægir girl. Oh fuck. That's a Seaborn. Yup. Yeah. Nah, dude. I do not appreciate this. I liked her. Dude, that gun looks so sick. Gives me Mass Effect vibes. I don't know if I've said that actually. Anyway. I hope I'm not interrupting anything. Not at all. Lucilla and I were just performing regular inspections and maintenance on the city's unit framework. Still no signs of Talia? Come on, Lucilla. It hasn't been that long since we made the report. I can tell you care about her. Did she mention getting into any trouble recently? She isn't one to look for trouble. I can't imagine her offending anyone. What you say certainly fits her profile. Did she ever talk to you about the waterway program or beacon data? No. I wouldn't say we're close exactly. We talk from time to time, but she's more of a loner who prefers to work on her own stuff. Wait, is she a suspect? Sorry, maybe I'm making her sound suspicious. But it's probably just stress. There's been fighting almost every day in the 6 months that malaria has been away from the home territories. Everyone here is on edge. The Church of the Deep continued its attempts to sabotage the waterway program. We've eliminated many cultists all of those months, and until they were exposed, they appeared just like any other countrymen. Any of our countrymen. Wow. But she'd have no reason to. Well, to be honest, I've never quite understood why she chose to join the waterway program. What do you mean, ma'am? You already know that she used to work on the Institute of Ecological Art, right? The Ægir moved to another city when this one evacuated its original position and received new battle orders. Right, and she had the chance to go with them to continue her work. But instead she chose to... Sorry to interrupt, but could you explain more about this evacuation you mentioned? You remember, don't you, Lucilla? You were working on the dome at the time, so you had the best view of the whole thing. Yeah. It was one of Ægir's largest volcanic power stations, feeding countless laboratories, and Millennium was responsible for its construction and defense. The city was parked beneath the power station. Through the dome I could see its red glow illuminate the ocean for miles. The heat it generated attracted many different creatures. It was the largest endangered plants reserve in Ægir, and the ideal environment for Millennium's ecological art to flourish. Then that light turned dark. Seaborn? Yeah. A year ago, swarms of Seaborn arrived at the ocean currents and Millennium ordered an emergency evacuation. Without the natural environment to support it, the Institute of Ecological Art, like other related institutions, was forced to relocate. But there was a full legion in the city. We could have retaken the power station. War orders for the waterway program had just arrived. Millennium was in fact being strategically redeployed. I came here with the legion after that. The lives of so many of our people were changed, including Lucilla. By the way, I transferred from the dome to groundwork because I was afraid of heights. Sorry, off topic. So you mean to say that Tulia might have ulterior motives for joining the waterway program? That is a serious accusation. I don't believe it either. No, I'm just telling you what I know. But it's undeniable that there are 100,000 souls in the city and not all of them are fully committed to the waterway program. Most just carry on with their lives, not understanding the kind of path we're clearing out in the ocean. Even our Iberian guest here came to learn more about the program, didn't she? Whether Tulia is linked with the Church of the Deep or not, the fact remains that she made an unauthorized copy of data on the waterway program. We'll have to find her to learn why. But Millennium isn't that big. She'd have been found by now, even if she were hiding between dome layers or in the corners of the circulation system. True, she may well have already left the city, but we were unable to find her biosignature in the nearby waters. Nor were there any unscheduled ship movements at the port, and she couldn't have gone beyond our sensor range in just a few days using civilian deep water equipment. However, the city did make a short movement around 30 hours ago to receive the Iberian mission. Perhaps... Could she have left the city at that time? Dude, this is Swingstone and Past all over again. Finding a missing person. I remember the mission with Federico and... Was it Viviana? No, it was the boy, the wolf boy. I forget his name. They were working together. So the Colombian scientist Kristen Wright broke through the barrier for the first time in more than 10,000 years. The hole she pierced hasn't completely closed even after a year. Ægir's surveillance of the universe through this opening continues, and so far no anomalies have been detected. Oh, so she knows about Kristen. Interesting. And the way she got out, it still hasn't been repaired or whatever. Interesting. I tried to stop her, to no avail. We still have time, but it's running short. ripping apart the electron clouds with a high energy beam. We were not aware of any energy sources on land that could support such a brute force measure. Her method came from the same place as Ægir's technology, prehistoric civilization. She had discovered sarcophagi beneath trimards that preserved that civilization's spark, and managed to obtain the trust of its custodian. Before leaving the home territories, I had not expected to find anyone with your profound understanding of both Ægir and prehistoric from the lands. You have demonstrated once again that there is still much about Terra we do not understand. Finns trapped in the depths lose their perception of light. Likewise, our nation must come to explore even if we no longer support grand expansions. The Stargate, the twin moons, the barrier, the ruins in the mantle. There is much on this planet that were not formed naturally. Yeah, true. The moons are not natural? Huh. That's creepy. Our Voyager... Star Trek again. Our Voyager fleets, having traversed to the far side of the planet, have even detected highly unusual terrain concealed behind the distant dark fog. There the sea currents abruptly cut off as though they had reached the end of the ocean. That is merely a hotbed that has long since been cooled. The most important prehistoric relics lie in the Ægir heartlands. You know this, Madam Consul. The prehistoric ruins beneath the seabed are a gift from the ocean to Ægir. They nurtured your civilization and have granted you power and knowledge far beyond the terrestrial nations. And with them, responsibility. As you say, Dr. Kal'tsit, responsibility. When did the land dwellers first start calling themselves human? When did they lit the first fire with originium? Built their first city with stone and mud? On land, self-awareness and identity were established naturally over time. Even today, humanity is often defined in the narrowest terms. For the Ægir, it was conferred. We were not the same race as the predecessors, but we inherited their identity as we inherited their mantle. Thus, Ægir was born with a responsibility to humanity. The Seaborn will not compel us to abandon this duty. On the contrary, they add to its weight. You are indeed the right consul for malaria, Madam Consul. Where is this coming from? You are temperate. As Ægir, you are patient and kind. But that does not diminish the arrogance in your thinking. That is to say, Ægir's arrogance. I do not believe our conversations about the hole in the barrier, the ruins in the mantle, and even the future of civilization itself are merely small talk to lighten the mood. Just as I do not believe Ægir will rely on passive solutions. After all, isn't Malarium's department from its home territories a proactive effort to create a new line of defense? So my question is, Madam Consul, what is Ægir's endgame for the waterway? I have already told Gladia Ægir's answer, that which you would call arrogant. You have the right to know as well. There is much on this planet that was not formed naturally, and Ægir does not believe they are unrelated. Be they wonders like the Stargate and the Twin Moons, or the calamities like Originium and the Seaborn, those phenomena cannot be random products of spontaneity. That's definitely not how you say that, but anyway. They most interconnected in some way. To solve the Seaborn problem at its source and stop Terra's crisis, we need to fully understand Terra, including the hidden secrets of the land. But those are for the future. If you simply seek my answers for what's at hand, my endgame for the waterway is to ensure that hundreds of thousands of Malarium's inhabitants and tens of thousands of Penal Battalion troops in Grand Pharaoh live to see Ægir's main force arrive. The fuck? Distress signal from the squadron tasked with beacon deployment at Nest 37. Oh no. You're sharp. Do you always come and go without warning? How much has Malarium told you of the waterway program? You can't just answer my question with a question, old pianist. Stop it. Fuck, you care more about the hunters. The tribunal has demonstrated their innocence and they are not alone. Besides, Gladia has returned to Ægir and its conspiracies are of her own accord. Let's continue where we left off at the Southern Theatrum. The war between Ægir and the Seaborn has gone on for more than 2 centuries, but both sides have set their sights on dry land at almost simultaneously. The sudden migration of an entire species and a change in direction for an entire nation. Perhaps deep down they stem from the same cause. So, you still have your reservations about us, Pianus. I know more than I've told Gladia. The extra knowledge forces me to be cautious about Ægir's past and future actions. But it's too soon for her to know, and it's not your place to know at all. Our only concern for now is the waterway program. Our path connecting the land and the sea. Neither that doctor nor the Inquisition fully trust in this, or else she would not be here. Clearing the seas with powerful weapons to buy time for the main force from the home territories to arrive. Ægir's warfare design is always simple and effective. But there have been anomalies in the city that we cannot ignore. I heard about a missing person. That consul is a formidable woman. During Millennium's voyage, she has called many of the corrupted and thwarted their sabotages, while the 2 escorting legions have sustained far fewer losses than expected. Everything has gone well, almost too well. Now a staff member in the program has gone missing at the most crucial stage. This is just the beginning. I'm looking into it and will eliminate any potential threats. I can enter most places and evade the Sea Patrol's regular rounds with ease. But I fear the problem runs deeper. I would rather not barge into an important lab or the consul's pensivarium unless I have to. You should work with Rhodes Island, Pianus. After all, Ægir sees you as a threat, don't they? After all, we can help you move around the city. Rhodes Island wants to work with me and watch me, I assume. So be it. One more thing. Scatty, if you truly care about the hunters, keep a close eye on her. Okay. Hello, Scatty. 156, 157. I've never seen a port this busy. Are things not going well on the front lines? You still in the mood for music? Why not? Soon we might be too busy for it. There you are, Captain Gladia. You went to see Consul Clementia with Dr. Kal'tsit right after the tribunal, right? How'd it go? Well enough, but I was only there to make introductions. They had much to discuss, and I had no reason to stay. I did have a brief discussion with Clementia on the current plans for the Abyssal Hunters, though. Ægir's waterway will open soon. Until then, the Hunters will fight alongside the 2 legions accompanying Millennium. See, I was right. Uh-huh. I'd rather be out there killing monsters than sit through another debate. So what's the mission, and when do we move out? The command structure and battle plans are pending discussion with the Legion commanders. Scatty. Hey, that's the emergency alarm, right? What happened? A seaborne invasion? I am Consul Gladia. Status report? Yes, ma'am. 2 squadrons from Legion X were sent to deploy the beacon at Nest 37 today, as planned. But we just received a distress signal. They were attacked by Seaborn on the way. The Seaborn were prepared? Unclear. The situation is still developing. The Academy of Technology hasn't had a time to produce a report. Are there any corvettes on standby in the port? Always. You can claim one by logging into the terminal. Thank you. Keep me posted about the squadron's coordinates. Once close enough, the Abyssal Hunters will disembark and swim into battle. Roger. Laurentina, with me. Scatty, you stay behind. Captain? Don't overthink it. The contact between land and sea is paramount. Kal'tsit can't be in 2 places at once, so I need you to keep the doctor safe. This is an order. Received. That's... Laurentina's group is embarking for battle, but they just came back. It has something to do with the alarm. The fleet deploying at the beacon at Nest 37 was attacked by Seaborn and they're going out to help. You know the Abyssal Hunters? I do. We had a brief partnership on land, facing Terrantons and battling enemies together, including the Seaborn. That's impressive, given their temperament and fighting style. I'd go up and greet Consul Claudia myself if we weren't in the middle of an emergency. I hadn't had the opportunity since they returned. Does everyone in Ægir know the hunters? Of course not, but I once worked with them. I even aspired to join them. Someone from your team said you used to be a researcher. My experience in genetic engineering qualified me for the Abyssal Hunter program. I studied under the head of the project, who was also the first Abyssal Hunter. At the time, few were compatible, even fewer successfully underwent the operation, but he and Gladia had already achieved spectacular results. Their most remarkable feat was a 3-day battle with the Seaborn in an hyperthermal vent that brought time for 2 energy survey cities to evacuate. Holy fuck! Wow. Okay, that's some achievement. Wow. So yeah, the Seaborn is basically the Borg from Star Trek. They keep evolving, seeking perfection. Or, the Tyranids in Warhammer 40k. Evolving new monsters. The Seaborn evolved constantly. With the use of weapons strictly regulated, they were the safest and most effective countermeasure. I watched them leave and return every day. I watched them lie down in the regenerative gel, exhausted, waiting as I recorded the data, tested their functions, and repaired their bodies. Those were the costs of victory people could not see. I'm not entirely sure what motivated me at the time, but one day I submitted an application to become a hunter to the Institute of Development Planning. I'd have done the same. What? I mean, I'd have wanted to apply myself. To see your mentor and everyone else risking their lives like that, nobody would want to feel like they weren't doing enough. You seem fit enough, and as a researcher, you're beyond familiar with their functions and combat style. Wait, then why didn't you? Because my application was rejected. But why? I didn't ask, and my mentor wouldn't have answered. So you joined the Sea Patrol instead? Because it's the unit that works most closely with the hunters? Yes, and monitors them. The call is ready for you. Alright. Sorry, Irene, I shouldn't have bored you with my past. It's fine. Back to work. As the fleet battles with the Seaborn, we must locate the missing scientists for answers. The Sea Patrol's objective remains unchanged. As for you, Irene, you are staying with us. Wait, what for? We won't be in the thick of battle, but it's still dangerous. It's the Sea Patrol's duty to keep you safe. I appreciate it, Perfecta, but I'm good. I'm not afraid of the Seaborn. Every Inquisitor has Seaborn blood in their hands. Former Inquisitor, as I recall from your files. I appreciate your assistance during the investigation. Like I said, you're sharp and brave. But you didn't come to Ægir to fight. Go back and stay with the other emissaries. Are you implying that the war between Ægir and Seaborn is beyond a land dweller's comprehension? Yes. Your concern is just Dude, come on, man. Let her fucking fight, dude. She knows what she's doing. Your concerns are justified, but trying to comprehend is why I'm here. There are many things I, as an Iberian, need to understand. Ægir, the Seaborn, the true war, and everything that's happening in the depths of the ocean. The land isn't far from here. Ægir has only a single city in this region, but beyond it lies the entirety of Iberia. Don't worry, I don't intend to get myself killed at sea. Such maturity at your age, you must have a good mentor. From what I've heard, better than yours at least. Prepare a seat of deep water equipment for Irene. Let's go. Nice, let's go, dude. That's fucking great. That's sick. Let's kill some motherfucking Seaborn. Like the Marines know. Hmm.
火山さん、お願いだからおとなしくしててね。貴重なサンプルをちょっと取らせてもらうだけだから、まだ怒らないでね。私が君ともてあそんであげる。 concentration point measured.
Yeah. Let there be death. This is that good shit. That works. Oh my god, that's so OP. Nah, bitch. Oh. Splits when AP drops below 50 for the first time. Okay. That's the thing we just saw. That talked to the cute girl that I like.
I'll give you the structure stable and sound. Nothing to worry about. すぐに解決いたしますわ。決断を前のこのやつ釘付けにしてやる。
Damn, get fucked, bro.
逃げる前に私の許可は取ったのかしら。ねえ、獲物さん。Request acknowledged.
There we go. All my Abyssal Hunters are working together now. Yeah, this works very good. I don't even have to do anything. Yeah, where you going, bruh? Where you going? Alright, one more. Come on, bitch. Fight me. Fight me. Oh, no, man. Logos is too strong. Oh, that's fun. Audio log number 13. Unknown language, unknown time. Okay. The reactor of the United Starline starship still burns so brightly. Since the atmosphere control sensor crashed, we've been shrouded in dull grey clouds. A radiant sight like this certainly lifts the spirit. No, stop. To my surprise, Valeria was also on the starship. I discovered once she landed that she had come to bid farewell to her mother. Ever since joining the Stargate modification project, she has been completely absorbed in her duties. It was surprising to see her still concerned with worldly matters. Oh god. If she still has a mind for such things, perhaps we might finally talk about that wedding that's been put on hold for the past 10 years. Wow. That's some delay. Thank you for those who said, bless you. Soon dismissed that fucking scooters outside. I soon dismissed that thought as foolish. The woman I once knew now stood before me like a stranger. I could no longer discern what she was thinking. As she stood before her mother's life support pod, her expression was one I had never seen before. It was neither sorrow nor regret. It was envy. What could she possibly envy about her dying mother? Was it the peaceful release offered by the machine-simulated world? The hell? What? Okay. You still held Jordi? Everyone has left. Sorry, I didn't know there would be a tribunal today. That's okay. The search logs. You've asked quite a few questions. How big is the ocean? Is it bigger than land? By how much? Can Ægir cities float to the surface? How did the Ægir tell whether it's day or night? Is this how you've been trying to understand Ægir? I fear it may confuse you even more. Mr. Avitus, I'm not sure why, but I feel really excited. Hey, the homie. That's a good that's a good picture of the homie. I didn't know Jordi had a flair for the Ægir technology, but again, I mean, he is Ægir, but he's only seen it now for the first time. Anyway. It's cool to see him interact with this, though. In the Inquisition's God damn it! In the Inquisition's nautical charts, the ocean extends only a few nautical miles from the shore before giving way to unknown regions marked in grayish-blue. In some areas, we couldn't even get near the shore. But your charts are so detailed: geological features, energy pockets, local fauna and flora. There's so many pages I don't even know where to start. The forests at the heart of the ocean, icebergs that never melt, thermal vents deep in the trenches. For a moment I thought that the land, sea and sky were all mine for the taking, that I needed simply reach out. Like everything was made for me. Sorry, that sounds really arrogant, doesn't it? Quite the opposite, young man. It is but a most basic desire. Oh. But The young Ægir looks up and gazes at the core-shaped terminal. Holographic images and words leap up and down, illuminating his soft eyes. I've been in Malarium for a whole day now, but I can't handle your tech. I don't get your discussions, and I'm even lost with directions. The tribunal that just happened, I have no idea how you guys settled your disagreement. I did a search for Briogan, the ship designer, who I thought was my ancestor. I saw his face, heard his voice, and looked at his designs. Is there really anything I have in common with him? Will his descendants really turn out to be someone like me? I couldn't find a single sign that it says I belong here. Ægir is like a lighthouse, bright and tall. I always knew it existed, but when I finally followed its light and reached its base, why do I feel lost instead? Briogan. It has been many years since his name was last spoken. He was a remarkable man, even amongst the Ægir. He was the most talented designer in the Academy of Technology, but left everything behind to go ashore right when his country needed him most. Even this city is connected to him, albeit in a somewhat unusual way. How so? It was through this city that he went on land. The Institute of Development Planning even tried to penalize a few consuls for failing to stop him. Listen, Jordi, I cannot ascertain whether you are truly bound to him by blood, though such a connection holds little significance. What matters is that there can be no doubt that you are Ægir. I know I am, but how do I prove I belong here if I can't even trace my own heritage? A true Ægir needs no proof of that. But I understand, we all searched for answers in the past. I'm no different. I can say with a straight face that I am one of Ægir's foremost authorities on prehistory. I firmly believe in the weight of history and that it contains truths and patterns that will show us the way forward. But what if it's the way destined? What if it's a way of destined destruction for Ægir? I'm sorry, what was that last part? Yeah, that was pretty grim. Are you alright, Sketty? Huh? Did you say something, Doctor? Sorry, I was just thinking about shark and swordfish. You're probably on a killing spree right now. I'm not worried about them, they're strong. Nothing good ever happened to those around me, which is why I was always alone until I joined Rhodes Island. Now it's happening again. I'm here. Thank you. Aww. Aw, Sketty just doesn't want to be lonely. Aw, dude. Hawk her, please. Go hawk her, bro. She needs a hug. Come on, Doctor. Go hawk her. Are you afraid you will bring disaster to the hunters? Maybe. But we hunters aren't afraid of the bad end we might bring to each other. Because we all share the same grim fate, we can trust each other with our lives. This time, though, it might not be just the hunters. I could bring disaster to all of Ægir. You won't. I believe in you. Yeah, there you go. That's what Captain Obianus always said. He would explain our battle plans in great detail to everyone else, but with me, he simply said he believed in me. He believed I could complete any mission even if I couldn't memorize those complex strategies. And do you believe him? He was always so reliable and had an answer for everything. I remember the songs he wrote before battles. He said we could use them as codes to communicate because the Seaborn didn't understand music. But I just liked the songs. He had a great sense of direction too. He could always lead us all back, even when we were lost in those maze-like nests. You could always count on him to point the way until the final battle. Yes, the 1st and 4th companies sacrificed themselves to clear a path, while the 2nd held off the Seaborn that were rushing back. Captain Obianus led the charge and soon arrived at the target, the core organ of the Firstborn. Then we lost his signal. I thought he was dead, so it fell to me to deal the killing blow. But he wasn't. Yeah, I didn't know what happened that day. I still don't know why he didn't come back. And the more I don't know, the more I feel like I need to do something. Trust your warrior's instincts, Scatty. Remember? Whoosh pow fud? Ha! Washing with whoosh, knock them down with a pow, and finish them off with a fun. I remember. Aww. See, that's why we have the Church of Scatty, bro. She's lovely. He's so cute. Arrived at target coordinates. We came as fast as we could, though not fast enough, it seems. This is a graveyard. Ugh. Giant shipwrecks and seaborne remains lie entangled in the grotesque embrace. Pale flakes descend like snow. While some have given it more romanticized... God damn it. While some have given it a more romanticized name, marine snow. God damn it! Fuck, man! Let me read this shit. Oh my god. Shit. While some have given it a more romanticized name, marine snow, it does little to hide its cruel nature. Fragments of organic matter, both seaborne and human. The sweetness of blood and the stench of death, intensified by the cannon's lingering heat, spread with the falling flakes. The Abyssal Hunter's strong sense of smell magnifies all of this, and Spectre cannot help but cover her nose. Stupid. So annoying. I don't know why. I keep coughing. It's so annoying. This shouldn't be unfamiliar to you, Shark. The fleet pins down the Seaborn with superior numbers as the hunters flank and eliminate the swarm's core. We've used this fuck off! We've used this tactic often. Oh. Okay, let me... Alright. Sorry, give me a second. Alright, let's try finishing this. Jesus. This is the same scene we see each time we leave their nest. I know, perhaps we spent too much time on land. It's not a pleasant thing to recall. Our engineering mothership, 10 battleships, numerous small ships, the wreckage positions on the seabed indicate the state information. They were not taken by surprise. There are signs of gravitational distortion on nearby rocks. They tried to stop the Seaborn using force fields. But the Seaborn were faster. The ships weren't able to form a crossfire. They fought with them in close quarters. Something's not right. What's the matter? The squadron's destination was Nest 37, but all the ships appeared to be headed for Malarium. Besides, now that the squadron is destroyed, why haven't the Seaborn made their next move? Swordfish! Let's go. Oh yeah, this is some creepy shit. Yeah. Alright, grab my hand. I didn't tell you to stay on the Corvette. Deep water equipment may keep you from being crushed by the water pressure, but even the Ægir are at the mercy of the ocean's currents without proper training. I could use some help once you're done laughing. Imagine you're dancing with a rowdy partner. Counter her moves and find your balance. This is how you fight the currents. You're light. It shouldn't be hard for you. Don't look at me like that. I'll meet you up ahead. That's fun. A broken lightning array. Trace amounts of organic tissue on the broken metal frame, human and seaborn. Find anything? Some tissue that matches the sample provided by the Institute of Development Planning. It's Talia. Milarium was parked here around 40 hours ago. Based on the location of the array, she had left from the circulation system sewage exit at the edge of the city. But why did she leave? It's hard to reconstruct the scene with what's available. The currents have already washed away most of the clues. I'm afraid we won't find out if Talia was a cultist with a grudge against the waterway program or what happened to her from here. This is 2 hours away by ship from Milarium's present location, even with deep water equipment. She couldn't have swum back. Based on the remaining tissues, it seems she had encountered a seaborn. There's no way she could have survived. Right. A dead end. That's the direction of the Abyssal Hunters went. The battle may be fiercer than expected. The waterway program is in its final phase. Once Nest 37 has been located, we can clear the seaborn from this entire area and open up a waterway. This can't just be a coincidence. Could the incident with Talia have something to do with the attack on the fleet? Or maybe her incident is just a red fin to distract the sea patrol. There are too many new uncertainties, as if everything's sucked in a giant vortex. Let's go back to the city for now. Very mysterious indeed. Oh shit. Hard bank to port, full speed ahead. Go around that ridge and turn back. That should lose a third of the seaborn on our tail. So the seaborn have breached the hull. They're inside the ship. Keep the evasive maneuvers going, helmsman. We'll deal with the ones inside. Camouflage clothing down to 10%. We'll be fully visible soon. Buy as much time as you can. Yes, sir. Take care of the rest, Shark. Abyssal Hunters? Gladia? I recognize you, ma'am. Have the other ships made it safely back to Milarium, Madam Consul? Thank goodness. The more of our elites we save, the more strength we'll have for what's ahead. Are you the commander of this vessel? Yes, ma'am. We were ambushed. A large swarm of seaborn left their nests and appeared on the squadron's route, virtually unheard of in previous beacon deployments. We couldn't reveal our battle plans. We had to retreat. Our ship was the fastest in the fleet. The most logical tactic for us was to delay the seaborn while the main fleet retreated. How many survivors are there on your ship? 26, less than 1 in 10. Why the silence, Madam Consul? I see. I'm sorry, Commander. Your ship and your 26 men are the only survivors. All seaborn inside the ship have been eliminated. There's no better way to tell you, so I'll make it brief. The 1,000 or so men whose retreat you were covering fell into an even bigger ambush. We happened to see your ship weaving through the complex terrain as we arrived. But what you couldn't have seen is the seaborn had you completely surrounded. You were just chasing your own tail in their trap. We failed the mission. Yet we were the ones who lived. The losses are much worse than expected. But you did live. Lift your head, Ægir. You and your men are just as much Ægir's elites, and you will be given your strength to give your strength to what's ahead. For now, Laurentina and I will bring you back to the city. Damn, that's massive losses, dude. Oh my goodness. I didn't know it was that bad. Holy fuck. Okay. Well. Well, that was not fun. Anyway. Thank you for watching, comrades. if you liked the episode we just did, please do leave a like, and if you have any thoughts on the story so far, please do leave a comment down below. And if you like what you saw and you would like to see more from me, be it more Arknights or whatever else I could potentially upload in the future, please do subscribe. That would be very much appreciated, comrades. Yeah, and that will be it. I will see you in the next video. As always, comrades, have a good one. And that's it, Anya.